everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. Just going to be coming on today to share with you a one-page scrapbook layout that I'm putting together. Just needed a break for some things I was working on, and I'm going through some pictures, just working on some scrapbook layouts. So go ahead and get started here. This bear with the bathtub and the title, these are both from Marjorie Ann Designs, Franklin and Franny BATHTIME, it's called. So that's what I'm using today. Just put those somewhere out of my way where I don't forget them. I have a fairly long photo. The photo itself is about 4 inches high by 7 inches long, and then I just made my borders with that. So put that. Everything will go off and I'll forget where I put it. What I did was these 2-page pieces I cut. They're digital print, by the way, but they're 12 inches long or thereabouts. I might have to cut one piece off just a little bit, but they're 3 inches tall. And then I just cut them. One piece I specifically wanted the 1/4 inch on both ends, but otherwise I cut them, basically in half. Okay, and these little strips are 12 by 1/4 each, and these are about 3/4 inch high by 12 inches wide, and then I just used a border punch, and I have it here. It's the Fiskars, I don't know what it's called, but this is the border punch I used. And then this piece is 12 by, it's about 6 and, it's supposed to be 6 and about 3/8. I just cut it a little bit wider, just so I have enough room. This is from Cricut Design Space. I don't know the information on it, but it's approximately 1¼ inches tall. I just looked up zigzag border, and this is what I came up with. I wanted something a little bit larger. This piece, although you're not going to see much of it, is cut at 1 inch, about 3/4 by 12. And then this, I think, is 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 by 12. And that's actually going to be going right down at the bottom. So I'm going to put that piece on first. And I am using liquid glue today rather than my tape runner. And bear with me a moment here to get the gunk off my glue so I can use it better. What a mess. I want to thank everyone for joining me. I hope you're having an awesome day. It's about the middle of November, and well, it's Veterans Day actually. So if you are a veteran or in the military, I want to thank you for your service. It's a big sacrifice. I've never been in the service, wouldn't have been an opportunity that I could serve. I serve with AmeriCorps, which is still considered a service position, but it's a little bit different. But yeah, so I don't know if I told you this is a 12 by 12 layout, which I do different sizes, so I thought I better clarify that. Let me get this out of the way. And for November, I live in Minnesota. It's not snowing. There's no snow on the ground. It's considered a beautiful day even if the sun is not shining. I don't know what happened when I inked the edges here. I really got kind of messy, but it's not going to show. So it's all good. Now, I was going to put this down, but it'll stay. We'll just use the glue for now. I've got a soda can I can put down that will weight it down. I want this up so this is about Let's see, about a half an inch. So there's about a half an inch showing. So on the green part. I'm also trying to cook some lunch. Well, yeah, I guess you could call it that. I don't really cook anymore, but make some lunch. So if I have to get up and leave quick, it's because something is possibly burning. I'm bad at forgetting things on the stove, so I'm sure you have no idea what that's like. I'm eyeballing it over here on this side with getting it fairly close. Just gonna go with that, and I was telling someone else I should be working on Christmas projects, Christmas cards, and I just am not quite in the mood yet. I don't know what's wrong. Had a lot going on. I think that doesn't help, but yeah, I'll get to them. No rush. Turn this around. I'm going to work on the top piece a minute. I'm going to put my yellow border on. I brought that like apple colored green in just because it somewhat matches a little bit of the green in the title. I just needed something to cut all of the blue and the yellow. It just was too much. And I was going to do the page a different way, and then I ended up coming back and said, no, I'll just do it my original way. And that's why it's on there. And I also was, let's see if I can find my, hoping this will not show up too bad. I also was following a layout from Pinterest, and I liked the design and everything. Oh goodness, I forgot where I was going with this. I don't remember. Oh, and the colors, the colors all were pretty much the same. And then all of a sudden at the top, they had this, their zigzag was sharp points. Well, anyway, that, and then this bottom strip here were a completely different color. And it worked really well, but it didn't have anything really to go with, the colors in here. So that's why I'm just, so I brought this in. I thought it does go with the borders. So, okay, now, I got glue on my finger or something, and if my thumb wants to stick, I don't think it's glue. I think it's something else, but my thumb doesn't want to bend. What I'm going to do is put this about in the middle, so at, around 3 or so. Now I inked the green, I inked the black because it's a white core paper, and I inked only the top of the green, and then I inked the yellow. And this, because there's a lot of white on there, I just decided, and I do that sometimes, I just decided not to ink it. Sometimes it gets too much, it just doesn't work. So I'm not putting a lot of glue, just enough to kind of hold the center down a little bit. And again, we'll do this, I think I cut this at 12 inches pretty much, we'll see. If not, I'll just cut it off when I'm done. Or before, because I'll forget and it won't fit in my page. And that, yeah. And what I'm doing, I looked and looked in the white paper I had. I didn't want to use for scrapbook layouts because it's heavier paper and it can be used for, what do I want to say, treat boxes and stuff. So I went in, I'm using paper that I really don't care for, that's not real heavy, but in my scrapbook pages it'll be perfectly fine. So if it looks funky, that's why. What in the heck am I doing? Okay, this gotta go this way. Like I know there's something wrong here. Here again, I'm gonna see once if I can get it at about a ½ an inch from the top. And I think it'll work okay. Let's see. Yeah, it'll work good. That, there. So are you guys all working on Christmas projects? I'm still working on Thanksgiving. I should do a couple Thanksgiving cards yet for probably my family. If I really get ambitious, I could get one out yet, and then my aunt would still receive it. I might try to do that this weekend too. I've got some with my hot glimmer machine that I think I can get out to her. We'll see. I've got to get back into crafting. I just kind of really got wiped out with going back to tutoring, and so I do it now on my days off. Well, my days off have been busy too, so I don't know. Okay, let's see where we're at. We want the stripe first, and I'm not sure how this is. I have to kind of play with this a little bit. See, this one is the one that's long, and I'll cut it off on the wider edge. Just want to see where it can go here. Yep, we're fine. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to get this out of the way. These little black strips, I only want about 1/8 of an inch of paper to show. So I'm going to try to get just a small amount of glue along here. Maybe, if I can get the glue started. Might have to use the other glue, or see, I might have to even use some tape. I don't know. And one of these is inked one side and one is not. So let's see. Let's put it on this way. I usually don't work with this small of a piece of paper, but I don't know why I did this time. Could have cut it a little bit thicker, wider, but of course not. Don't do anything the easy way, right? Let's see if we can get some more glue on here. This just breaks up the color a little bit, really, because there's a lot of color going on here. So I'm going to try something different here. I have some 1/8 inch score tape, and I'm going to use that instead. Just need to cap my glue, make it easier. I believe. Let me see. Okay, we're going to go along the bottom here and right along the edge. So like right to the end there, and then I'll use glue. But I'm going to use my beacon glue for that. All right, now get this and figure out which side is inked. Now this piece is 12 inches. I've already measured it, and I was pretty sure the striped one was the one that was not a full 12 inches. So, and this, folks, is why I don't use too much tape, because I have such a struggle. I'm used to working with glue. Find my little scissors here and cut this little strip off. It should be covered up, but just in case it's not, I'd rather have it cut off now. Okay, now we can get these on. Okay, we're going to put the stripe on first, or I'm going to. And I am going to put it up. I'm not going to butt it up to the bottom here. I'm going to put it up higher. So get some glue on it. And this is the one. I'm just going to put glue all the way to the end, and then I can just cut it off what I need. Only thing I struggle with this is this paper is thinner. I didn't use the thicker paper, so it's a little bit harder to work with sometimes, but we'll be fine. Basically just putting it up pretty much right along the bottom of the holes there. Just have gotten in the habit of burnishing my pieces down just so they stay better. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go, let's see. We'll have to butt these two up together. I'm okay if there's a little bit of black showing, that's fine. Just trying to get it over here that black doesn't show. It's a scrapbook layout. If I hadn't shown you, you would have never known it was, you probably wouldn't have caught it was there. I don't catch all those little details when I look at things. Even now when I go back and look at things that I've made years and years ago, I don't see all the little imperfections. If I do, I overlook them. It's just, you know, it's for me, we're not perfect, so I do the best I can. stop and think what color I was working with. Okay, and this one again, I'm going to go from the point over here, and this one, I'm telling you, I really cut crooked this time. I didn't realize how bad it was, so let's see what I can do here. But that's the problem. I put it upside down. Good grief. I bet you guys are having a good laugh at that. That's why I always try to lay things out first, even when I paper piece. I really do try to lay things out, which I'm good at. I don't know how, but I'm very good at really screwing things up. So let's start over here, kind of get an idea of where it's at. Clean up that glue in a bit. Much better. Looks backwards. I don't know. I'm going with it. I think the top and the bottom are mixed up, so I might switch this around. It doesn't matter, and put the wave or the zigzag at the bottom and see if it looks better. Like I said, I can mix things up in no time flat. It's just my mind does tricks, plays tricks on me. No, I think it's, I say either way it's going to be the same, but it's fine. I want to cut these though off. My sister gave me these scissors for Christmas, I think last year, I'm not sure. And they work great for this, but I still have trouble cutting regular paper because I have used a precision point scissors for so long that these don't cut, you know, straight to a point, and I struggle with that crazy for some reason. But I can manage to send myself to the emergency room with the precision scissors, so, you know, can I say? Okay, I have to think about this, how everything's going. Now, I did pop this up on one layer of foam tape. And, excuse me, this is going to go pretty much in the middle, so I can, but I don't want to put it on yet. I just need to figure out how high, oh, excuse me, how tall or where this is going. So, like I said, I lost something already. Are they on the floor? No. Here they are. These are just flat. These I did with the Cricut to journal. I want to get them straight, so I'm going to bring in my T-ruler. We'll put them on first. Always put it upside down. Always, always. Okay, I'm not going to put them on quite yet because I may be moving that down a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, so put this one on first. And somewhere, if I keep looking, I had purchased some, they're like clear dew drops. But do you know, I cannot find them back. Go figure. I just don't know. I'll have to keep searching for them. I don't know. Okay. I think my best bet is to use the camera to follow what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. My great nephews are at their grandma's, the grandpa and grandma's, and they have a whirlpool tub, a huge well, fairly good size. I shouldn't say huge, but good size whirlpool tub, and the kids love to take a bubble bath in it. And looks like they had a good old time this time. Okay, I'm just trying to get this straight as I can. So I could have put this with that didn't look straight at all. I could have, no, it's not. Put this a black border on these, but then it got too much. I did, you know, look at that, but I didn't like it at all. It was really stark, and so, and drawing around the words, I just looked for, I think I searched under rectangle line border, if I remember correctly. If I just wanted straight lines, I could have just done that, you know, myself, but I wanted something a little bit more. Okay, now we'll figure out where we want the picture. I think, yeah, I want it down just a little bit. I hope to get another video or two done before Thanksgiving. Like I said, this week, my day off, won't be home, so we'll see. And then this weekend we have family Thanksgiving, so I can't guarantee, but if for some reason I don't get back on, I do want to wish everybody that celebrates a very happy Thanksgiving. One of my favorite holidays, just to be thankful for everything I have and my family and you guys. Just, I don't know, it's always been a good time. I think partly because when I was younger, we never got to go to my grandparents, one set of grandparents at Christmas. Thanksgiving was pushing it just because of weather issues. My father always had to be home to plow snow. So it, we usually, I shouldn't say usually, but quite often we could make it out to my grandparents for Thanksgiving. So, and we didn't see them very often, so I think it was probably part of why I like Thanksgiving so much. How crooked, I'm just looking at how crooked those are Guess they're not too bad. Now what I did on my bubbles, before I forget to mention it, I put Spectrum Noir Sparkle. It's in a little jar that you just apply it with the paintbrush. And on the top ones, I put glossy accents. And I think I'm just going to leave the Spectrum Noir, because you really do see the sparkle a lot better. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave those. Kind of reminds me of the kids in the tub and all the bubbles they have. Sorry I don't show my family's faces, but I do want to start getting some photos down also. So that is my finished layout. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, have a great day and take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.